Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx to, I think, probably our finale day. We've got our industry all back up and running. Our smithies finally have access to charcoal now that we are bringing it in from the continent over from Sylvanor, which opened up a charcoal level 7 coal mine. We have a ton of charcoal coming in. We've got a ton of ore coming in. We have a massive stockpile of metal that we've been smithing, and now the smithies are going berserk. We are training up a ton of extra troops. So our hopes here today is I just kind of want to let the army train and the smiths just go for, you know, maybe 30 minutes and then form up a big army and try to fight these Blazend guys to our east. We literally can't go anywhere else until we beat these guys up, so they are our stopgap right now. We'll see how it all goes, but I'm hoping pretty well. Law. People say they're upset about law, our quality of law here. 10 prisoners. I actually think I might need more. I don't know. Arresting? Maybe they're upset that I don't have like executions and enslavements and stockades. No punishment has been administered yet. You know, I have these jail cells because I assume that that worked and that I didn't actually need stockades if I had dungeons. But I think I'm actually meant to capture them in stockades, hold them, and then they go into the prison if they get deemed more permanent prisoners. So we might have to build this little stockade out here. Stockade arcade. Which, you know, that'd store 21 prisoners. That's a good pen for them to be rounded up in. 2 extra guard jobs. You know what? That's fine. Let's get them going. The little things to keep the justice happy. We don't have scaffolds. We're not enslaving anybody. But I am seeing like they're a little unhappy about this, so why not? Why not give it the extra little bit? Because these prisons have been getting pretty crowded. Capacity is 8 out of 8, yeah. Yeah, see, now they all just stay in the stockade. And they only move to the prison when it's prisoning time. That makes way more sense. All right. Well, I'm happy with that. It's covered by the guard post too, so I don't know if there can be any kind of breakout, but I'm assuming that the guards here would deal with that if that was the case. That's why I put them on a big old spot right here, so they knew what was what. Yeah, that's already going up in quality. Current rate of exile is 100. So what does it say? It says we have 15 prisoners, 4 flashers, 5 thieves, and 6 vandals. Some are put in the stocks, some, I guess, in prison. Some are just let go from the judges. It's hard to say. Mac, hello. Oh, come on in. We're down to 200 houses, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Especially because I know there's a bunch of houses we could start expanding. Population plus 6. Population plus 14. Plus 32. Okay, that's going to start going down. Ah, I see what happened. So this was the new massive hatchery, I guess we built over here. And it was everybody just being born all at once. Yeah, 68 kids. Oh, I don't know. It looks like people are being born every day. Maybe we finally hit critical capacity on our hatcheries and we're actually producing positive pops. That says +5. It still says +1. I mean, even if we're going up 1 a day, I'm happy with that. You were in a gas station bathroom the other day and someone had scrawled for a good time, call AgentNumberOne. It was shocking. Was it on an open electrical wire? Did you scrawl it on the bathroom wall? I mean, thank you for the advertisements. I don't know that's my target demo, but I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna be sitting out here being like, well, you're not gonna have a good time. Just wouldn't feel right to say such things. You know? No, it wasn't you. Sounds like it might have been you. I'm not saying it was you, but it sounds like it could have been. So, what if I did something like this? Just a crazy thought. You guys can both move up 1. What if, hear me out. I built a big training facility just like this. And we let this be where everybody gets trained. Now, I know I don't have this many guards up in this part of the world. The world? That'd be 150 training spots. Kind of hard to say no to that. I have to get rid of that torch. A road there, a little road there. We'll pull a road up along you. Over here. Let's just road in that whole guy. Let a road go up here and here and here. Now this will kill my workforce because it's going to pull 150 more people into training, but I don't know, man. Everything is running smooth right now, so I'm not really worried about that. What I'm worried about is my people getting trained and stuff being built in the smithies. Those are by far my number 2 concerns. Oh, yeah. We also got this loading station that we never did anything with. We were going to load wood. Was the intention. Because I was making so much from these woodcutters. I mean, I guess I could have this one be wood. Yeah, because these are completely full. So it feels like pulling that wood into the main warehouse would be a pretty smart idea. Right. I like that. This guy needs stone blocks and he needs furniture, but they're still trying to build up the base of the wall first. Was next to the hole. What kind of bathroom are you going to here? It's a casual gas station bathroom hole. don't know if I trust that. That seems a little untrustworthy, if I may say so myself. It's a little suspicious. Oh, this filled up pretty quick. Are we still selling ore? That's probably... Yeah, I'm going to want to turn that off, I think. Same with the coal export. Actually, I could probably turn the coal export back on. Now that we're getting this much coal. We could even probably store some in here. Why not? Yeah, this is perfect. You know, we've got the stacks of metal here, the stacks of coal here. And it seems like sometimes they bring the metal out directly, sometimes they just leave it inside. And then these guys just pick it up. Grab what they need. And huff it down here. Where we have coal being delivered, we have metal being delivered, and we have a warehouse that's absolutely bumping with both of them. Clang, 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 clang. Graded. I am starting to feel like my janitors really are overwhelmed. I think the problem is I don't have proper access to just my base resources like stone, wood, and furniture in all these spots. Like, these guys are bringing in furniture. We were importing wood here for a little while. Maybe I should have this guy import stone to a, like, small amount. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say 5% stone import. And then this place is also... I don't know what's going on with this janitor. It's just like they're not working. They need wood, and they have wood in here. You know, they've got like 2,000 wood. They should be repairing all of this. They have so much wood. There was a patch note about janitors. The town seems to be fine. That needs a bit of janitorial work. But down here is really struggling. Stone, clay, and tool. Insufficient workers allocated. Do you guys store clay? Do you store tools? No. You do store tools, but you weren't storing clay. Yeah, and I think that despite all my quarries, I am still not making enough to keep up with the masons. Now. I don't have enough people to make that even worth upgrading. No, not on any of these. The governors are the only ones that really need upgrades. Starving amoeban, a 3-year-old starving amoeban child. You know, there's food all over the place. Disaster has struck someone else. Provenade in particular was just devastated by unfortunate events, but your domain is peaceful in comparison. People from most parts of Styx are looking for a better life. We have a massive immigration buff about to start happening, so... mean, let's see how that plays. I think that'll bump these guys up by quite a bit still. We have a lot of homes that could be upgraded. Yeah, I have a ton of supplies for this stuff right now. So all those new houses up here. Some of these houses in town will get all settled in. Well, I guess second story tech would be a lot for us. Potentially. Interesting that, like, nobody is living here. Certain parts of town are very busy. Certain parts, not so much. All right. Wow, that, we got a lot of thefts and vandalism happening. Oh, that's interesting. I could do things like force the people in the jail to not get access to good food like fish or vegetables. Let's not give them vegetables. Let's give them everything else. I feel like vegetables is the one thing I do actually kind of run out on, so. Said something along the lines of being inspired by medieval cities or something like that. Did you look at an actual city? No, but I've studied a lot of medieval histories. I studied a lot of like medieval architecture in university as well, so. Just because I like to create ugly monstrosities and call it art. If you looked at a specific city or medieval cities generally for the inspiration, just medieval cities generally for the inspiration. You know, the idea of like the natural winding pathways, the farmlands in between sort of these smaller settlements. You know, I'm a bit more walled and obviously like I'm a bit squared in on some of these. This city grew a bit more naturally in terms of the medievalness of it. I think if you went for a more traditional medieval city, you'd struggle to push past 1,000 pops. And there are some games that I quite like doing that full build with, but we get a little bit limited here. It's a 1.4 in this army now. Ooh, wow. Ooh, yeah, these guys are training. This new training ground is proving very valuable. Oh, I have got to upgrade this. Double upgrades. Give them double training speed. Used to train 120. Yeah, look at this, man. These Amoeban Knights. 164 of them fully trained. We're getting there. I'm still low on armor. That's still my biggest one. Spears and shields we're a bit short on. It feels like we fixed the tool problem right now. Plus 52 tools. I can't really take any of those toolsmiths off, though. You guys need 1,000 flanks, so once that's up, we can switch back to warhammers or spears. I'm actually a little low on bows, so I'm gonna increase that as well. Let them do their thing. How did I get the streets? They look pretty organic. Did you just kind of draw them by hand and filled in with the between with housing? Yeah, more or less. So I did look around for like foundation to say where are the center foundation areas and tried to build a little bit around it. Like this city originally kind of cut up. Oh, there was a wall that cut up here and down right here. And there were some natural roads in this area as well. So, I mean, you can see this road here that kind of dipped down and then up this way. This road was in place, still is. So I've been adapting it and upgrading it slowly over time to fit the vibe of the city. And I kind of tried to nestle my walls in along that, along with the farmland. This was our first city. And so I kind of just built the market square, the warehouse, and the shops here, and then said we'll fill in the rest outside with houses. Some sort of laboratories and stuff just to isolate with sound. But the idea being that, like, most people were going to be working in the fisheries down here, and those that weren't were probably going to work in these carpentry shops. Again, are really struggling. I think I need more janitors. Yeah, I think I'm going to need another janitor. Maybe tack one out here. Yeah, like we definitely need another janitor in this city somehow. But this city has literally no space in it. Unless I get rid of the apple orchard, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to bring myself to do that. We talked about getting rid of all these training grounds. But that was when we were thinking about the hospital expansion. I ain't sure. The janitor over here is like there. And then there's another one. Are you the only janitor in the city? No, there's one by the warehouse. Oh yeah, but so there's no janitor up here or really down here either. I could put a janitor. You know what? I'm going to do that. They obviously need a little bit more help here. Seeing as this is our massive pharmacy, I feel like could also be a massive janitor. That's not going to work. That's going to be... because you're going to need like crazy amounts of workstations here for sure. Yeah, all right, let's just do it like that. That's another 10 jobs, so it should help. Build walls, doors. Thank you. I mean, again, I think part of the issue right now is I have like negative 400 employees. I was hoping we would get more through immigration here, but... we are still having a lot of trouble. 5 to insanity, 4 to insanity, 6 to insanity, 6 to insanity. Insanity is my biggest death right now. Maybe I should get a psych ward. I have enough knowledge for it. This would also lead me to elder care. Dude, so let's... I guess so. I guess so. It's time to build a psych ward. I feel like this should be here with all the criminals. You know? How big does it have to be? If I have 100 guys and 5 are going crazy per day. Oh, the cells are huge. All right, the asylum. The insane asylum has to actually be pretty big. I mean... that could be the expansion of the hospital. Maybe yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Otherwise, we'll never get it figured out. Can I... how many of these can I fit in? All right, we're going to do it like that. If I were to do you like that, would definitely not be enough. So You're going to have some crazy layouts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another wall there. Area not connected. Sure it is. Poppycock. Plenty of connections. Like a glove. Let's, I guess try that. 4 wards, 15 deranged. Why not? If I build an asylum, I will need a Joker and a Batman. I think that shouldn't be too problematic to do. I mean, I feel like we have enough criminals in the city that, you know, we need a better class of criminal, is what I'm saying. We live in a society. It's a lizard society, but it is a society nonetheless. Need to think a bit more about where stuff goes up, set up warehouses to pull appropriately. The big thing I forgot about was maintenance, and everything just snowballed. Yeah, we're definitely having a maintenance issue right now with the janitors. But I'm hoping it will improve. Yeah, we've been struggling at the 3,000 number just because it's really hard to keep up on birth versus death. And currently the death is all everybody going insane, so I'm hoping by creating a bunch of padded rooms for the crazy peoples, we can do a little bit better here. 21 injured with 8 deaths. God, at a training ground. That's the worst, because some of those people could be like fully trained or almost fully trained. So I guess we'll start cutting down on the 113 deranged people we have. It's a bit of a jail, right? You know, I feel like this should have been up here in the law instead of the health district, but our little central health here. And eventually I can remove this then and build like an export-import depot here to help support this lower city. Because like I should probably be exporting furniture out of this city, or like logistically exporting it out of here and into the big warehouse. You know, like move down wood or something like that. I love seeing the planting go on here. You should have like the swaths of guys moving across the fields. Picking up all the vegetables, planting the new stuff. Getting ready for the fall. So nice. There are no rules against the Pokemon, Lizard Batman. How does a training ground accident injure 21 people? Did I invent hand grenades? I don't know, man. I think it's just that there's so many people in the training grounds. It actually really worries me, because if there's an accident in this training ground, buddy, it's going to be like 70 people injured, 51 dead. It's actually a good reason to make smaller buildings and then just connect them together one by one. I think that probably requires a bit more maintenance maybe, but all right. I think we've been at this smithing for about a half hour this morning now, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna quick save, and I'm gonna pull up an army. Now I'm gonna say in this army goes the Amoeba Knights, goes the Archers, fully trained at 95 and 84. And then these 2 sets of guards. When toggled, have soldiers leave for armies on the world map even if they haven't reached their training target. I think that's what I want to do. Because I know they won't be as good as they ought to be, but... Now, watch our city collapse. Casually pull 1,000 people out of my city. That'll do it. I'm very curious how that's going to work. So these guys are all set to 11, which is good. Which means they should continue delivering. Yeah, so part of the problem is also like everyone who is left is still in training mostly. These are what, 50? 250. It's almost 300. Well, I mean, with all the archers, there's definitely at least 300. Oh yeah, you guys are another 50 here as well. Yeah, okay, so there's 300 people in melee training, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 80 archers in training. That's a lot. Oh, nice. He did bring his army here to meet me on the field of battle. So basically, I'm just waiting for all of our supplies to show up here. This army has won 12 victories, 4 sieges, has never been defeated. I am concerned that we're not going to be able to get like enough rations to them. What is Northern Warehouse? This one. Oh yeah, you should not be on automatic. This guy wants 50 people working on this warehouse. Yeah, no thank you, buddy. The automated warehouse work is, I think, one of my biggest issues. I don't know what it is, but warehouses just try to get so many people to come in. This place is also very degraded. The good news is that at least the rations, you know, 5,000 rations stockpiled in that city, so... So our army has 822 troops. They have 2,000. Okay. Accident system kind of incentivizes you to make smaller decentralized buildings. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if there are bonuses for making massive ones. I don't really seem to think there is. Jareth, take it easy, my dude. Sleep well. And Chio, goodbye. See you next stream. We got some exciting games coming up this week. Dark Heresy, Songs of Silence. Lots of good stuff. Where are my supplies? All this stuff's coming in slowly. These archers are not really... Okay, well, they're getting stuff. Where are you going to fetch resources? That's what I want to know. The Boyer? No. You're going all the way here. Leather armor. Oh. That's better. All that armor should be in this warehouse. And it should be getting pulled. There's nobody working in this, which is part of the problem. That's it, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, This is like army warehouse, and this is like army overflow. So all these places should be pulling from the army warehouse and then the western warehouse is actually where the next spot should be. But I guess they prioritize. Not the western warehouse, the overflow. We can paste that onto all of them. And then if they need additional stuff, they can go prioritize. Oh, goddamn. That was stupid. They all just switched to rations because I did that. Dum 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 dum. You guys are spears and shields. You guys are clothing. Foolish cur. Hope they figured that out. 9 injured, 2 dead. Well, at least you're right next to the hospital, where I hope there's people to work. Some of our armies are low on critical resources. Not too low, I hope. It's kind of the thing that drives me nuts is I feel like your army should be able to gather everything they can and then come out. Wow, we have so many conscripts in the realm. Huh. Recruit local soldiers. Did these guys come fully trained? I wondered. I have 2.5k of them, and I just maybe need to supply them. Once trained, they will be supplied with resources from your capital. Yeah, that ration maker is going down pretty quick. But double the amount of troops on that. I need to ensure that those rations stay. Because if they don't have rations, that's when they start deserting. Are we going to see some more war tales in the future? Hopefully. I'm trying to see if I can get access to the new DLC stuff. Those rations are just going down constantly. No, there we go. Okay, now they're... I find it hard to believe that they are struggling this badly with these rations on a maxed out army depot. The fact that my army is just like starving to death out here while they wait for their basic supplies to show up. It's not a good look. I don't even have my bows yet. It's got me nervous. Set up your hotkeys yourself, or are you using all the default ones? I'm just using all the default ones, yeah. Lands to the east ravaged. I don't even really use that many hotkeys, to be honest. Need a delivery possible. I wish this would say, like, how much is delivered by my ration team. I mean, I guess you can make bigger army supply depots. Maybe that's what I need to do. They get any lower, man. It's gonna be bad. Oh, where are you going? No, 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 no! Don't move! Don't move! Oh, I just lost my fortification. You guys don't know what you're doing. God damn it. It's gonna take them like a day to fortify. Okay. Really hoping we can get this sorted out. 6 children are starving. Hatcheries should also be on priority 11. Because I don't want all my unborn children to starve, please. Homies almost have all their supplies, but they're still waiting on food. Guys, please build this. Critical. I don't know if I should buy a bunch of rations before this war starts as well, because I'm going to lose my only trading partner. 99%. Could somebody finish this? Thank you. 32 workers. I only want rations. I want you to pull from here and from here. And I'll say, like, mega rations. And then they're going to load up and start bringing that out. Okay, that should fix the ration problem. Yes, here we go. Food's going up now. Really hard to feed armies in pre-modern times? Yeah, I mean, I guess it certainly makes sense. If this is the case, I'm actually going to turn this ration guy off of rations and onto, like, leather armor, I think. Leather and plate. And he's going to be armor. War beasts, drinks, siege equipment, clothing, guards, knights, archers. And archers can just be on bows then. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's put you on 4 for now. Okay, all the falchiatas are out, all the siege equipment's out, all the war horses are out, clothing is out. Waiting on my war hammers, my armor. He moved his army up there, but that's okay. Negative. So much technology right now. And I have massive degradation problems. Which makes sense, because I'm missing about 1,000 pop in my city. Swamp Lung! Now I've... God, and a drought? Swamp Lung will be handled, I think. Lots of people working in the hospitals. There's a bit of disease, but we can make do. Okay, all of the flanks are out, so they should start moving the Warhammers next. Oh, unless I have them set to Falcatas instead of Warhammers. I wonder if I could give my archers Falcatas in case they get into melee combat. If that would make sense for them. Yeah, I am already down to like 200 rations. That is bleeding quick. So I think we're going to have to buy a whole lot of that. My real question is there any chance I can trade with Dutchel Hartwin? I can. Okay, so why don't I offer this guy like 2,000 metal bars, 2,000 ore, 2,000 coal. Thousand fish. And in exchange, I want to buy rations to the tune of like 10,000 maybe. I would need to give you an extra 158,000 on top of that. So honestly, it's not a bad idea. Let's have that trade wagon come down. I don't know where it's going to come from, but I hope it'll be okay. You guys are very close to being geared up. So I think at this point, I contact these dudes and I cancel all agreements. I don't know what this kind of thing does to my chivalry score, but the hospitals are fighting the infected pretty well. Pretty well. I mean, we still have room in the hospitals and my health is at 2, which is good. So feels like that's being maintained. And we should have a stockpile of a ton of rations coming in here shortly. Better show up soon or I'm going to be in trouble. Shields and spears. Okay, we're still waiting on a bit more of this gear. Do we have enough plate armor? Oh, we actually don't. Spears, I do. So, these guys are saying workload is low, but that should not be the case. They're loading down shields. Major accident at the carpenter over there. Not great. There's meant to be 6 employees here, and they just seem to be getting a couple of shields. And I don't know where the hell they're getting them from. Leisure time. I mean, I'm happy they have all those shields. Don't get me wrong, but I'd like them to have the stabbing parts as well. Huge caravans here coming with like 1,000 coal. This is cool. You can actually see like the ships get bigger as they take more stuff. I never noticed that before. Hunks of leather and everything else. I might actually be making positive in leather, but probably just because my crafting is slowed down at the moment. Yeah, these guys insist on only getting shields. Storing goods, storing goods, storing goods. So what's going on? Is there... I see the problem. Been storing stuff over here as well from back in the old day. So there's all this stuff that's meant to be in this warehouse that just ain't. Okay, our rations showed up, but we're already chewing through them pretty quickly. So I think... Are they gonna get those spears here or what? Can I maybe just like throw you guys on spears for a moment? That might work. Got like wait like one day and they'll do those deliveries. I just don't really want all of these guardsmen to not be properly equipped. I mean, they all have at least a couple levels of spears, but the more the merrier. Are we in temperate climate? We mostly are. We're in temperate and warm. I think we are actually in temperate on our capital city. I could have sworn it said we were on warm when we spawned in, but hard to say that for certain. $400 gems. Well, I should definitely be storing more of them if I have a bunch of gems coming in. Let's put like 50 boxes to gems. It's like my main trade good right now. A worrying development has occurred in Universum. A strange cult has spread, venerating and praying to a mortal. Usually cults like this are rooted out without mercy when they are found, but there is something notable about this one. They revere me, Turg of Turgenscale. Supposedly, they even have pictures and statues of your likeness in little shrines at home. For some reason, your flag is affixed to their dwellings, which made them very easy to find once your soldiers knew what to look for. You didn't notice anything divine about yourself, but perhaps they know something you don't. Besides the practice of using body parts of their gods in curses, which is pretty disturbing now that you're experiencing it from the other side, they seem pretty harmless, and they don't oppose the faith directly. If you were to legalize the cult, it might spread, probably not to the capital, since you do not look very divine up close. However, this would likely sour relations with most of your peers due to the theological acrobatics you would have to perform. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a god. The new cult heeds your hasty alterations to the creed. You now occupy an intentionally poorly defined position in the pantheon, and they will still be part of the faith. With time, it will spread, and they might be fanatically loyal now. They will have their limits, and you are not the only one who has an understanding of theology. If they turned out to be a subpar incarnation of flawed rejection of their object of worship instead, they might still act out against you. Universum, the origin of the cult, will be much more loyal, but other regions are unlikely to adopt this new faith fully. Dude, where is Universum? Over here? I'm okay with that. Can I build a shrine to me? Does not look like it. I could probably strip out a bunch of other stuff here now that we have all this loyalty. But it's also improving our fishing. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll just let it be. You know, whisper words of wisdom. Okay, okay. Those spears are shipping out. They're the last thing I'm waiting on right now. Spears and war beasts going out at the same time. Just like it to be blue. I'm also kind of hoping this army moves down so I can attack them right away. Blue! Okay, we're going to move here. Couple of starving children in town. No big deal, no big deal. Where do you think you're going, army? Damn it, he's coming all the way back down to the city now. I should have known. Okay. So I think I can turn war beasts off spears. Because the guards will be shipping those out as well. And I want to say let's quick scave 12.5. Ooh, okay, let's just war. And we will do the war deck. And go try to beat him up. Oh, his army is only 3.63 in power. Our army is 7.3 in power. They don't even fight us. I really wanted a big fight. And let me tell you, I don't appear to be getting it. I definitely didn't need this many troops. That's for darn sure. What does chivalry do? It makes everybody like you more. Embassies are used to influence foreign courts or increase support in regions outside your realm. Emissaries are trained in the embassy. Can be assigned in the faction panel or the region panel. I didn't know that. Oh, are you telling me that I could talk to these bugs up here? And assign them an emissary? Or in the region panel. Realm? Inbound. Havens. Capital. Where do you assign emissaries? Great question. This guy wants to give me peace for 500,000. No, thank you. I need to conquer all your settlements because otherwise I can't trade with anybody. It's literally blocking me off from the rest of the world right now, so. Damn, man. All I wanted was a big fight. I thought I was going to have it for sure. What is kind of cool is I plundered so much plate mail that also all my guys are fully equipped now. Nobody working the quarries. Well. I don't think that was going to be so straightforward. I really thought we were going to bet a big, like, 1,000 versus 2,000 fight. Ooh, this city is like all Amebans. Oh, it's literally all Amebans. What a fantastic city for us to take. You are also all Amebans. You are also now apparently all Amebans? When did you become an Ameban colony? You were pigs up until just previously. Wow, that guy's got a lot of defenses in this city. Holy smokes. Like, I'd love to see this fight. Visually. I'd love to be able to, like, zoom in and actually get it. No, Master of the Galabdian Pastures. R.I.P., buddy. We bring you back. We get you replaced. Well, question on the old population chain. Hard to say if I'm growing or dying here. Yeah, we can't trade meat with anybody right now. He is trying to build up a new army, but it's not going to do much for him. I guess part of me wonders if I just attack his capital, what happens? This is his biggest city. Yeah, wow, we have a huge army right now. 8,000 points. I do wonder whether or not these guys will keep training while they are out here. Or what their deal is. That's gone blue. Does that mean I can take it? No. Just wait another day. And it should be killed. I guess I'm going to need more governor points. Really running out of governors. Yeah, you got some tasty stuff. I'll probably sail straight for his capital after this. Because I'm curious, like, if you siege the capital, does all of his other stuff break down? Does he just move his capital? Like, I'm not really sure what the deal is. This will be nice, though, because we'll actually own all the land around Turgenscale for once. 8 people remain. Well, we'll keep waiting one more day. A lot of corpses around town. I guess we don't have so many free hands to throw all the corpses out. There's also a part of me right now that's like, well, I could probably send back one set of guards and one set of archers. Because I don't really think I need everybody out here. There's one guy left. He will cost me 6 men to kill. We will occupy this city. I guess we're going to have to move troops into it for a little while as well. Kind of no way not to. If this is an uneven city, I would kind of maybe like to boost it up a little bit, though. That would let us have 1.6. Maybe I go all the way with you. What do you produce? Vegetables. That's actually something we need. Yeah, that's something we need a lot of. That'd be pretty good. I'd feel happy with that as a city. Loyalty's going to tank a little bit while we lose pop. But it should go up after a while. Devastation. Decline! I don't want your peace treaty. I want to murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, look at this. Our deranged population is actually declining. It looks like the asylum is working. It's a bit slow, but it's steady progress. Raid chance. Devastation comes from military actions. Devastated regions produce less and have slower population. Devastation takes 2 years to subside. Just like 36 days. Losing a battle would be pretty brutal in this because you could lose a large portion of your population. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it takes a really long time to like build back up troops. No. Still going down, hey? Nah, see, you went to target 70. Okay, so I've got to drop all that then. 34. That can't be right. Still -9? Okay, that'll bump me up to 1.36. So, okay, I'm gonna do that. No, I think until I get rid of all this workforce, it's gonna bleed me constantly in pops. No, even then. Why is this so negative? I don't understand. Just because of base. Like, you would think that the Amevans would want to hang out with me. Like, I have very high loyalty here. I mean, I guess the town is not very happy, but... Target 70. I gotta go down in housing again. Still going down as long as that goes down. I think if this drops below 300, it's just like the city continues to drop. All right, we're gonna go after that army. Wow, I just burned so much money in this place. All right, well, his army is dead, so I guess let's attack the capital then. Yeah, we mega outnumber them, which is nice. Yeah, this goes down again. Outrageous. How do I fit any pops in here? That's it. That's everybody, hey? Okay. I guess until that hits 0. There we go. So it's got to build all the way back up from basically a know-nothing village. Damn. Damn. It's depopulating basically because all the people that lived there are like, we don't want to live under this guy's rule. So it had a huge amoeban population. And they were fiercely unloyal. And so they were like, we don't want to be under this guy. Which is, it's a bit much. It feels like you should be able to cut that off at the pass if you just like build up the proper infrastructure, but doesn't seem like it works so good. Oh man, all of our tourists still hate the place. We're getting more 2 stars, but we're not doing much better than that. Yeah, so like this guy doesn't have an army. My army is worth 10,000 points now. I decline. I need to take Havenstead and then Livenstick, and that will get me access to everybody up here. Having my entire like squad out in war is very, very funny. Feels like there is oh so much I need them for at home. Potato of the year. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Let's sell all of my meat. Sorry. Let's sell all of my meat, all of my apples, all of my mushrooms, half of my coal, half of my iron ore, chunk of opium. How many rations do I have right now? 900. Okay, I'm gonna buy like 10,000 rations off of you. So expensive. Yeah. Thanks, homie, for feeding the war machine. I mean, we have lots of food, which is great. I mean, in terms of like what we need for our pops, it's just hard to get all that out. Your armies can only eat rations because you need something that's like convenient to move. Ooh, somebody's been building catapults. I'm gonna quick save because typically when they have an army there and you're sieging them and they build catapults, they will march out to fight you. And I wouldn't mind fighting those catapults, even though last time we fought them, we lost an entire archer regiment. Lost like 200 archers in that last time we fought. I thought this guy was going to be a serious battle. I might just have to load up a battle. Because if I have all this land, I kind of get the feeling that nothing's going to be able to stop me, you know? You have to come in through this choke point, which means I could get rid of all my garrisons and I could just basically build walls here and here. And then anyone who wanted to attack my territory would have to come down this way or go by sea. Technically, Havenstead actually occupies north to south. So if I took that and build a really good walled garrison here, it would work. I'm going to build stands here because I want more Meven population, and I'm going to let that just keep growing. Yeah, I guess I could just build like souped up walls, garrisons, and a barracks in Havenstead, and use this as like a central protective location. That's a pretty good idea, actually. $17 men for 43. Well, I have over 1,000. Okay. Release those prisoners. Occupy this town. Oh, it destroyed him. He became free cities. It did work. I was curious if it would. Again, he has this like massive Amoeban population here, but... So these guys are all same thing here, right? They're going to go growth 98%. They're going to go down to 120 pops. So we can just watch that city get absolutely destroyed. And we'll go take care of these free cities here. That's cool. So I didn't realize if you took a capital, all the rest became free cities. That's actually really valuable to know. Now, free cities, it does mean that like any of these other guys could also go and try to occupy these spots, but something has contaminated the water. Oh no. Last time I did this, I forbid them to swim. I think this time I'm just going to try waiting it out. Your Mevens look quite odd without most of their scales. They don't even try to avoid the water that's causing all this, because ironically, water soothes the molting edge. They're grateful you've decided against banning swimming. Well, they're happy. But they need barbershops, which we don't have. Sabidi, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome to our conquest. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I like that because like Havenstead is inland a little bit too. I feel like it's better as like a fortress city. So I definitely want to do that. We'll get these guys up to yellow, which is just like 25%. And I think I should start sending some people home. But I also see, as our guys have been training, they've actually been coming out and joining this army. So these are almost all full to 200, which I didn't realize it did that. Our workforce is going up. We were, you know, negative 1,000. Now we're negative 860. Which doesn't feel correct, but... So who are the other areas here? You are a digital heroine. Bleeps Vatten. These are more pig people. Oh, there we go. All right. This was pretty quick to finish. We'll siege out these dudes. Keep at it. Did he move his capital? No, he just got destroyed. So it seems like if you take their throne, then all of their vassal states shatter into free lands. Which I guess makes sense, right? Because it's like you're taking their capital. These were all basically vassal cities. You can move your capital. Sometimes I think about like moving to Haverstad. Because it's like the closest place to the depths. But what's the rush? So, I mean, I guess you're gonna need growth here. I might as well just give it to you now. You can also pop walls on that city. Or I could upgrade the bank. Let's pop walls on the city. That's a big city. That's my opium farm. Supply issues. Pray tell. I'm out of booze. I am, in fact, out of booze. That's not wrong. And the reason for that is I was buying booze automatically through trade agreement. And our morale would be much happier if we had some booze. So we'll keep trading. Down to 44 deranged. 59. I guess 44 treatable. I love this. I love that we got to the point that we can start treating the deranged people. That feels good. Man, the meat. How many boxes do you have? Let's double that to 30. Essential supplies. What is low here? The only essential supplies are rations, right? Ah, clothes also count as essential supplies. Noted. Sheesh. Okay, I'm gonna offer you all that. A bunch of these animals. Bunch of that coal. Oh man, do you like gems? I have so many gems to sell you. Let me tell you, if you like gems, baby, I got some gems. All right. Should be another problem fixed. This looks like this is done. No, not yet. Not at all, in fact. Move to the place that worships us as a god. Yes, that I guess would be another option. Gotta wonder how this game manages so many people so quickly. It's impressive. Honestly, yeah. The game, I have never experienced any kind of slowdown on it. And this is with a pretty big sprawling city at this point. I mean, this is with 3 towns and a city on one map. Yeah, we gotta get some trade. How are the janitors doing? Not great. Not great. Just wondering if I can fit in a set of janitors down here as well. I think if I build that. And maybe that. 90. Okay. 95. There we go. There's 100. Yeah. I don't love that, but I just need more janitors out and about. How you guys doing? Yeah, you just keep running out of clothes. That's all. Keep waiting that out. You've almost got it. Watched an interview with the dev. He said it really starts slowing down post 12,000 inhabitants. That's where he kind of soft locked it with migration and disease rate and such. I can imagine that. 10,000 seems to be like what I've seen as being sort of the cap for cities. Just in terms of like stuff I've seen online and... Oh, what happened out here with Ebro? Why are you guys losing loyalty? Probably because I built a stand and not something that the people here who actually live here like. Yeah, we're gonna have to send somebody down for that. Or build something different. I guess this population is going up, so as it approaches 600, we could build better infrastructure for them. 4 people are left. 36. Okay, done. Release the prisoners. We're gonna occupy the settlement. Move right on in. Most of the amoebans are going to move out, so... We're at 860. Current 0, target 350. It's funny how, like... Currently, this place is only populated by amoebans. Enabling it has a global effect on the whole kingdom. Right, like I'd love to be able to say like, okay, let's not let humans and Kryptonians in here and just do amoebans. But for some reason, it's like they are massively favoring the two of them. You seem to be hitting some neutral ground. I am a little surprised our army has done so well. Admittedly, it's a little disappointing. I was hoping the computer would stand up to me. I was like, this guy, you know, I was like, I have a population of 3,000. This guy has a population of 100,000 across his settlements. But I guess I am Spartan warriors in comparison to him. Yeah, we have some pretty happy capitals over here. The city is ready for an upgrade too. Increase our gem mines. Gem mine 4. Dude, I guess like give them a bit more health so they can grow a bit better. Doesn't really make them any happier. I could have them produce ore here as well, but honestly, I think they're just focusing on the gems. It's the way to go. I'll increase the ale house so they're happy. I don't know, a workers guild? That decreases my taxes. So does a tax collector. That doesn't make a lot of sense, guys. That feels a bit backwards. I don't know if this city's gonna really get any bigger, so yeah, I don't know, man. Workers Guild. I could put in something like a garrison, but I guess the thing is this is like the way across the sea, so maybe a garrison is good here. You got room for 2 more. A bank? Why not? So that's going to produce me a ton of gems. War of the Faiths. Due to low happiness, a local dispute between 2 citizens of opposing faiths has spread across the whole city. Followers of Krator and Shalimar are now at each other's throats and fighting each other wherever they meet. We must fix our happiness issues before this spreads any further. Huh. I have 7 people who believe in Shalimar. And I have 2,260 people who believe in Krator. This doesn't really seem like it should be a problem. Okay, this town is good. I'm just going to pop back to Eyebrow here, which is barely a town at all anymore. Keyboard changes its colors to blue and auto and has a wave effect if you go into water on Cyberpunk. I do love those like auto changing RGBs. But also, boy, do they love eating all of your RAM. Wrongful death, a brawl. This guy here. I wonder who brawled him to death. Do you think he's in jail? It's like, we have a courthouse for this kind of thing. I feel like that's the sort of thing someone would see. Murder! It was you! Are you a believer in Shalimar? What does he want? He wants spectacle? Bloodlust? But you don't actually care about these things. You want a barber and you want a massage parlor. You have back pain. You also want a bathhouse really badly. Interesting. Nice. You're a craterist. Which should, in theory, mean now there should be only 6 Shalimars. I think this problem is going to solve itself, quite frankly. I think I'm just going to end up with 6 more dead bodies in my city before it figures itself out. But I'm okay with that. I'm willing to let that roll through. All right, we take this place and then we finally have trade access with everybody. And the truth is I could definitely pull back a bunch of these troops. So I think I will. Unless I immediately try to fight another army and see if they'll actually fight me. You know what? Let's wait a moment. The goal today was to get a big fight, and if I've got to do it through the combat mode just to see what a big fight looks like, by Jove, I'm going to do it. There's a part of me that does wish we were Guarantee Me and we had just built a bunch of stuff to Shalimar and gotten all these giant ant queens. This is something I got to look for more in the future. Figure out where all these havens exist, because I never even thought about that. I know these guys are nuts. If you have like 40 of them and they're fully equipped, you can pretty much take on 1,000 troops on just with them. So imagine, you know, 49, 49, 47. So let's say like 140 giant ants. They were the entire army. We wouldn't even need anybody else out. They could all just stay at home and work. Which would give me a crazy workforce. If you think about it, we've got like 1,000 people out in the field right now. 700 jobs missing at home. A lot of those jobs are delivering things to the army. Oh, I'm about to run out of rations again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. Do you have 10,000 rations? 600,000. I don't think so. What about you? How much are rations worth in your city? $46. $44. $46. Okay, well, maybe I am buying them off of you. No, that's how much you're... Never mind, I'm reading that wrong. 58. 84. 85. Okay. Okay. Never mind, man. However much money you want, that's the answer, apparently. I don't want to give you gears or tools, but I'll give you all of those other things. Actually, I don't want to give you bows. I don't really want to give you cut stone either. I don't really want to give you shields either. Seems like a lot of money. Can I give you like all of my apples, all of my meat, all of those? A bucket of coal, bucket of ore, maybe a handful of gold. What about gems? Do you like gems? Oh man, I have so many gems. I still have to pay you, even if I give you 1,000 gems. Outrageous, but you are fueling my war machine right now. Without seeming to realize that it is rapidly approaching you. So keep note of that, young man. Yeah, I guess we really just like hit critical mass in the army. Oh, I suppose something is probably... Yeah, there's a lot less people training. That's why we freed up so much of the workforce. Now, that being said, this place is also so degraded that that might have something to do with it. Should the janitors be on higher priority? Is that why there's so many jobs? Is because everything is so degraded, my maximum job count has decreased dramatically? Oh, man. So you basically just have to wait for defenses to drop to 0 if you want to fast attack a capital. Crazy that this all became amoeban populations. Temperate. 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 Armies. Oh, these guys are big. What do you have? You've got vegetables and apples and grain. That would let me brew my own beer. Yeah, this town's going to increase as well in population, so why don't we just do that and that? That'll keep them happy. And boy, if that's the case, we could actually build something for once. Now, who knows if we really need all of this, but... so right now, I better set this guy also up to start accepting grain shipments. To the tune of a lot. Oh, that's excellent. I think our people will be happy if they have booze. Seem to be doing okay on clothing. Yeah. Though, yeah, everything is struggling to keep afloat a little bit. One guy left. Occupy. Liebensteak. All right. Dutchel Hartwin. Can I now actually have trade agreements to you? I think if we watch our money right now, we should start auto trading again. 27 injured with 2 deaths. I told you this was going to be messy. And it wasn't even that full. I told you it would be dangerous there, but no, nobody listened. So you're going to be grain shipments. You're going to be nothing right now. Well, I guess you're going to be Peebus. I don't know if anything else is needed except for grain. Upgrade you. I'm going to upgrade... I was going to upgrade you, but I don't have any clay. You're waiting on pottery and furniture, but interestingly enough, we don't got access to that. So I feel like the trade agreement with him is weirdly broken at the moment. Oh, there we go. Enclave of Dutchel Hartwin. So we should start seeing sales happening again. I hope. Looks like it. Money's going up and down. Yeah, there's a bunch of clay just came in. So they'll start making the rest of that pottery then. Excellent. Oh, very good then, sir. You, as a town, don't produce a lot of good for me. You could produce ore, but I tell you what, I don't even know if I'm interested in upgrading this town right now. I think I might just leave it as a little village that we just collect some taxes from. Because as I'm starting to get further into the large-scale conquest of this game. I see you here coming down to siege this city, this free land. As I'm starting to get into the large-scale conquest, I'm starting to realize, like, okay, you actually only want to build up some settlements. And you want to build them up a lot. That's what you want to use your governor points for. Grand Angueri. Because God knows I still need more of these lousy points. You guys could get a slightly better fight pit. Why not? Wait, will that make you... That will reduce my gold income. But it will make you happier. I'll allow it. Yeah, so same sort of thing here. I don't know that I want to actually spend any points upgrading these guys. Give him a slightly better tavern, but... Seems more like focusing on some primary locations is the way to go. There is a big part of me that feels like we should just be refusing everybody but the amoebases into our land. I could go to war with this guy, just destroy his army, and then peace out with him really fast. What if I come down here and besiege this city? What happens then? Oh, there's been another murder. A group of amoebases have decided to leave the city. 99 people have decided to leave this. Fed up with this dump and your failing rule. Dude, I didn't realize their happiness was so bad. Why? Because there's not enough drink in the city, I guess? Perhaps some more food? I didn't realize. This whole time, I've had them on drink servings, but I haven't allowed them to drink the drinks. Outrageous. Absolutely goddamn outrageous. I actually can't believe that. No wonder they're upsetty spaghetti at me. They also really want a bathhouse. Access 99, proximity 97, quality 98, upgrade 66. Yeah, this is something I've noticed. Is I was building a bunch more wells and stuff, thinking like, oh, they're upset because I don't have wells. They're actually totally okay with how many wells I have. The problem is that they want my wells to be upgraded. Same thing here. Access 97%. The quality of my shrines, though, sucks. They would like it if they could retire more. And they'd rather be working in jobs they like, but, you know. That's it. They all hate tourists. But, like, who doesn't? You know what I mean? A ton of them are like that. Yeah, yeah. How's this gonna go? Should I just scare off their army first? Interesting that I don't have a land route to them from Liebenstedt. I would have thought I would. But, yeah. We have like a little trade outpost through here. What's kind of nice is because my city is here also, like all these places are still 94% in proximity. If this place can grow better. It's very slow. Oh, do we have a brewery? Yes, we do. Those guys will eventually do beer. So how does this work? Oh, it also uses coal. All right, well, we have grain coming in. Oh, I could have been making booze out of apples this whole goddamn time. I have had an apple orchard. Well, an unofficial apple orchard, a foraging apple orchard. And I have never built anything in here. That is so funny. We could have had a brewery light years ago. Oh yeah, these guys. These guys still got a lot of defenses here. I want this guy. This is what I want to build up. Battles! How we doing, brother? Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Playing a little of Bannerlord? Dude, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I was trying to stream War Sales and it would not run properly for me. I was getting massive encoding overload. It just like would... I could play it and it looked fine, but for whatever reason, my OBS was like, no, you're not playing War Sales. It's not happening. So I'm waiting for some patches. We got to retry it. We're playing a little of Songs of Syx, which, if you don't know, is kind of like RimWorld meets Total War. Little dwarf fortress. You have a city on the map. That's your capital city. You build armies. I have a little guy right here. You go out and you conquer other cities, free cities. You go to war with other factions. Currently, we own the entire bottom left corner of the map, which is very, very nice. And then once you conquer all these places, you kind of build them up with various buildings. You ship all your goods home to your capital where, boop, you zoom in and you build massive, sprawling cities with farmlands and outpost cities. And you end up with huge maps where, for our example, we actually have 3 cities. We have 3 little outpost cities here, here, and here, and then 1 mega city in the center that we've been building up. It sucks. It's so much fun. Dude, it looks really, really fun. I gotta see if I can get it working again because I'm pretty upsetty spaghetti over the fact that we couldn't do it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. I'm glad you're having fun. I hope you're on a little Christmas vacay at this point. Nice to see you streaming on a Monday. It is beautiful. I hope you're doing well. You'd really like this game, I think, if you haven't played it. It does have these really cool Total War style battles. It's very similar to a game like RimWorld, but your characters, you end up having thousands of them. Currently in this town, we have 2,000 lizards. We're lizard people, as you can see. That's a baby. It's also a baby. That's a regular one. This is a noble. He's a fancy guy. He's here watching a bunch of lizards in stocks being criminals outside of our courthouse. And then, yeah, there is big battles. We're currently just sieging down a city right now, though. Our army is actually so good, I'm having problems fighting other people because they're too scared to fight my army. So they flee when they see our army approach. We have a bunch of lizards riding horses, basically. We have a bunch of lizard knights with, like, 2-handed swords and hammers. Then we have a bunch of guys with spears and shields and a couple of archers as well. We got a pretty chunky army. Make no mistake, we got a pretty chunky army. Aren't we making... We're still making these. I gotta go back to warhammers down here. Because I think we have enough of these big 2-handed swords to last us a while. But we have 0 warhammers in stock. Still training up dudes, which is nice to see. I don't know who is training. I guess just the town guard. Oh, yeah. These were the extra divisions we had left behind. They've already trained up 132, 119. So over half of them. The archers are, they're training pretty slow. Because I can't upgrade those in the same way, but you know, they're also less likely to die. Less likely to be a problem. All right, let's keep waiting this out. I will try fighting this guy after. And then if he runs and he won't fight me, I think we might just do a custom battle. Just because I want to see a big, like 1,000 versus 1,000 fight. Ideally, what I'd like to do is, I don't know how good the custom battle thing is, like how picky it is, but I'd love to take our armies and build exactly our army and just see like how it goes against like a rabble of peasants. Oh man, these guys are growing so slow. This grain farm in the back is okay. Produces like 400 grain. What are we using? All right, we should have shipments of 400 grain coming in, and then the breweries are only using 9? I think maybe our grain shipment has not yet arrived is the only thing. The guy is willing to buy coal, but only for 1 gold. Again, that guy should be shipping animals. So what are these guys doing? We got red waters near the capital. Our fisheries get boosted, as well as our faith for a little while. Our army's on supply issues. Of what? There's no supply issue in our army. Occupy. Sorry, homie. This is my city. Yeah, that's right. You get the hell back there. This belongs to the lizards. This belongs to Lizard Gang. What would that put me at? 860. Wow, this is... I'll tell you one thing. It seems like having cities that aren't in the far south make them significantly more hospitable. Nice. Okay, this can get upgraded now, which is fantastic. I'm going to build like a stage in here. Maybe another growth building. What's that going up to? 900 already. Wow, okay. Gem mine. No, this is Havenstead. I want a garrison. And I want walls. Perhaps a fighting pit? Question mark? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's going to be a big military city, so if I could get the loyalty up so it doesn't want to rebel constantly. Another accident current on the old workforce. I guess we should probably come over here and take that out. What we could do is form another army. You know, I never even thought about this. If I was to recruit an army here, I could then just like take a unit of archers and guards and say reassign to army 2. In fact, I could take a unit of knights with them. Now I have 2 armies. That are both extremely powerful. That are both like 6,000 strength? Okay. He must have gotten all the supplies. Not really, no. $47.50. 89, 40, 50. I don't know why this guy is 6,000 strength and this guy is 4,000. Unless that's just like swords versus hammers. Seems a little outrageous, but I'm willing to I'm willing to check with it. Oh, you can sail all the way across to Haverstead. I didn't realize that. But not the other way. Interesting. Well, I still want this city to be built up. I didn't know I could change tax rates. Oh my god. I had no idea I could change tax rates. What? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tax the hell out of all these cities. This is a not insignificant amount of taxes. It's not crazy, but it ain't insignificant. All right, I don't want those piggies rebelling. They are farming me a lot of food. Ooh. Oh, that's fine. I was like, wow, everyone in this opium city really hates me. And then I realized, no, they don't. They love me. It's just that there's only amebans in that city. They made it very clear that no one else is to live there. Hoogland has some points as well here. This city's a bit of a weird mess, so I'm gonna just leave it. Hoogland? You apparently got more population in here. So 1.2. You know what? You'd be better off probably building the growth. 1.5. What do I need for tier 5? 2,400. What if I got rid of that temple? 22. 24 I need? Pump that well up to 2. 23. Put these Globdians down. What else? What else can I do here to get a tiny bit more region capacity? I know irrigation gave us region capacity, which does actually affect the fishery and the Globdian pastures. But it requires like a crazy amount of workforce. That would do it. If I went for hygiene 3. And not everybody would rebel if I built this pavilion then. 58k. I don't have the money for it. God damn it. You there. Trade with me. Let me sell you copious amounts of stuff. That's probably enough, honestly. 86,000. Okay, now I can build that. That was a weird overlay, but that worked. Get it built up. Taxing everything. Yeah, I suspect tax 1.5k. Let's see how much that goes up. 3.8. 5.8. want more clothes. Yeah, I should probably buy some clothes, actually. Okay, yeah, so our taxes went up like threefold. This guy, I suspect, has some clothes we could buy. No. Absolutely not. What are you, nuts? No. What are you, nuts? No. I don't really want to sell you my Falcatas. You're not getting my gears, dude. Stop asking for my gears. Alright, deal. We're gonna keep sieging. These guys are doing fine. So here's a question. This army is, what, 1.59? This is 3.97. If I attack this army, I'm curious to see, will they flee from this group? I ain't sure. You guys are storing clothing down here, right? No. You're storing clothing down here, though. Yes? Yes. But we're chewing through it pretty quick. It's amazing how many certain supplies we make and then like how much we just like just seems to vanish. Yeah, so that granary definitely hooked us up here. I mean, we're not making enough to deal with the amount we consume because I did turn on consumption now properly. Trade caravan bound for Turgan Scale. Huh. Oh, cool. So this is all the stuff I'm automatically importing. So from Ducal Heartwind, they've sent me like 250 booze, 30 stone, 200 wood, some clay, some fabric, some furniture. And I am trading out fish, meat, coal, cotton, opium. I don't know if I should be selling that cotton, but I guess I am at the moment, so. You're gonna try to siege out those guys. And I'm gonna say let's just move you here. See if this guy is willing to give us a fight. There's the 2,000 sweaters I just bought. Yeah, it's funny. Like his army is bigger than me. But my army is just better. So we'll wait for that. That feels like a good final city to capture. And then we'll try that fight. Havenstead is still trying to build up a little bit. I guess I can start increasing taxes over here. Just a wee bit. Probably not on everybody, though. A lot of people are pretty unhappy with us still. Yes, yes, yes. You're out of pants. I understand. But the pants have arrived. We just need to, you know, actually have them get shipped out the door. Okay, we are making pottery and stuff now, too. I guess I'm gonna need to start shipping out grain. Because I clearly cannot keep that in stock either. feel like anytime I get to red, it's like, okay, that's the sign to just start getting rid of it. You know, we have so much coal coming in. Every shipment of coal is in the thousands that I cannot possibly sell it all. Could be a coal baron right now. Yeah, 1.6k of coal comes in every time on that caravan. $33 men for 7. Yeah, just take it, dudes. Release those guys. Occupy the city. Hunker on in. This town makes fish and metal. Can't really say I need it. We'll just do that. Okay. Let's have one last quick save. You know what I'm going to say? We'll overwrite the war save. And if I select you and say declare war, and then I select my army and attack you. Yeah, again. Ran down, trembled before our might, ran down before any engagement. We plunder their baggage train for all it's worth. And then we can fight them again. And again. And then they have nothing left. Huh. Alright, well, I want to see a big fight. So, I think why don't we save this on Turkish scale 13. If I go to the menu. Quick battle. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Oh, there is a soldier experience as well. I actually didn't know that. So I want to say, let's grab our guys here. We'll have our hammer dudes. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. Let's remove everybody. I want to see what it looks like when we have like the whole gang out. So we'll add a unit of them. And then a unit with phalanxes. Then we'll say light armor homies with spears and shields. 2 of them. And then we had some bow homies with no armor, just bows. Clear. And the enemy, the pain of men, the manslayers. I just want to like say give him more like pigs. More humans. It's got a couple mace dudes here, maybe. This is 3,000. Let's try that. Let's try 4,000 versus us. I know we have the power on him, but some of his guys are a little bit better trained as well. Oh, and I'm willing to just say a big open field. This is what I imagine the fights of our armies going up against those big final, you know, just a bunch of guys outside. Oh, there's so many of them. This is what they were running from me on? Wow. So we had spearmen. Let's grab both of these spearmens. Kind of like that. I don't know that archers can shoot over people. I don't think that they can. So I'm just going to kind of set them out and back a little bit. And then we have these huge cavalry blocks to the side. And then there are some catapults. He's got a catapult too, so. I only wish I could like spin the camera angle. So many. Gotta remember that we got all this good cavalry. We're gonna want to use them. See if we can punch through a section of them. Our archers, you can see, are wailing off a couple of shots into the crowd. I don't know what our catapults are doing. Obviously, that worries me. Couple of big charges. I don't know. These are all spearmen, so I'm like, they're gonna bog down those cavalry a lot. Oh yeah. These guys just totally stopped. They're pretty responsive though. In terms of like creating formation and going back on a charge and stuff like that. There's big pockets of them here. Whoops. That's I didn't mean to move those guys that way. Charge! Charge! Charge? I do believe my cavalry is being surrounded, sir. Oh, okay. The archers are maybe able to shoot over? So we'll have these guys move up, these guys move up. Cavalry is trying to peel back a little bit here, but they are struggling. You know what, man? It'd be great if my cavalry could get like there while these archers shoot on everything coming down that way. You guys are going to have to fight against that blob. I'm hoping I can have a tasty charge in here. I don't know if it'll work, but I feel like no. It's a classic Total War, right? They've got themselves caught on the other end. They still get involved, though. We're trying to all stay in formation. Did we shoot their catapults? I don't even know. Mustard, ready to fire. Oh, that was such a good shot. Just deleted them. All right, lads, you guys gotta turn around and no, turn around. Right side. I imagine all my archers are out of ammo at this point. Yeah, they for sure are. Bloody. I will say we've lost very few men. We're completely out of arrows. Reloading. I guess we still have catapults. Ready to fire? He's gonna chuck another rock at this guy. That came really close to my cavalry. These guys are very much being flanked in a way I can't say I care for. Morale in the center seems to be breaking. As we get a little turnaround there. Honestly, I'm surprised my archers are holding up so well. I would not really have expected that. All right, I'm going to charge in with these guys so they can get a little bit more engaged. Oh, yeah. Huge break here. The spearmen held up. I feel like the best of all, right? They're going up against guys in leather armor, spears, and shields. But for whatever reason, our dudes are holding better. I guess because they're a Meven, right? And the Mevens are good fighters. So they're helping take the pincer off of these archers right now. These are archers. Those are hammer bros. Okay. These catapults still have like a clear line of shot in here. I dare say, I suspect that helps. Something we could do is try to follow these troops back and see if these catapults will shoot on these guys once they have line of sight. Because that's ready to fire. I bet you if I can pull these lizards back into formation. Yeah, there's one. Fire! Oh! I feel like you guys are really struggling to achieve good charge. Those archers seem to be holding out really well right now, so I'm actually going to see what happens if I pull these guys back and then charge into the back of this unit. And then pull my cavalry back and do a likewise maneuver. Just test out a little. There is a large break starting to happen here, and our cavalry is like flanking in on that, breaking them. Oh, this entire section here is also done. Those guys are all broken and they're all just being gutted. So I want you dudes to charge. I guess everyone is also very exhausted right now. Even these guys are not moving in that quick. Go break chasing enemy soldiers or rioters. Morale will be very weak while doing this. I think I'm willing to let them switch to that. And then let's charge in with you. You're up in here. Those guys are shattered. Those guys are shattered. These guys seem like they're trying to do a big tasty charge. Let's get them into position. 198 of these spearmen still alive. They'll pick up a little speed. Come in on this flank. How are my archers doing? 140. Okay, so even though, you know, they have no melee weapons, no armor, they are still holding up remarkably well. Oh yeah, I guess I could turn them off guard mode. And then they can just run around and kill whoever they want. Right? That's kind of what these guys are doing. Let's have you come down here and then can I do like multi-step movement? I wonder. You can control and spin. Doesn't look like you can like shift into multiple orders though. No, there they go. There they go. They're all breaking. Everybody can go chasing. I guess they're just going around and like anyone who's left on the ground, they're just stabbing. This cavalry unit. I'm gonna try to move you back up for another nice counter charge. Ah, no, there we go. So this is why the enemy was running before they fought me in every fight. We lost 150 guys. They lost all 4,000. Lizards are strong in combat. When one hits the enemy, do they all just stop? I think it's when there's like one guy who's stuck in with the pocket of them, it makes the charge difficult to do. At least this is what happened, how it always happened in Total War. Because they would all try to move as a unit, and so they would charge until they were like, we're collided, we're in combat. But if one guy is in combat, that flags all of them. How much difference equipment levels actually make versus training? It seems like it's actually quite a lot, even though the manual implies there are diminishing returns. Definitely having the equipment helps. You know? Things like archers make a huge difference. You know, this computer didn't have any archers, so my archers were just able to like whittle away, add a lot of morale and a lot of like early life on all of them as well. So the scale of these battles is perfect. Very realistic numbers. Yeah. Again, I know that the lizards are also like especially good at combat, and like humans and pigs are not, which is very funny that it's like we were conquering all the human and Kryptonian settlements. And in early fights, like we didn't have weapons. We had like one unit of bows, and then we had the town guard were just a bunch of naked amoebans being like, come at me, I'll rip you limb from limb. But you know, we still lost like, you know, I lost like 42 of my hammer knights. A bunch of those knights. The town guard, this is I guess what I would really say. The shield and spear are very good at not taking casualties, which is what they are meant to do. Like the spear specifically is like, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is very defensive. They were also all spears. I don't know if there's a difference in... Oh, yeah. You can actually see these are makeshift spears, I think. That's why they're brown. I am curious, because there's like makeshift spears, then there's... It looks like metal spears. But then I have golden spears, and I don't know... Ah, no, I do know what that is. You know what that is? That's the level of them that you have. Because, for example, like, if you have 150 spears for 150 men, or whatever, like, that's one level of spear. So that's probably a bunch of them had, like, wood. Yeah, is, like, one level. If they had silver, it would be different. This is a very funny army. It's like a row of spears, a row of swords, just a ton of naked pigs. And then a bunch of big, what are these guys called? Cantors. Who these guys are like, you know, walking siege engines, basically. It's interesting the way that, like, the different armies, you know, work as well. Yeah, so I think I just want to look at this. If I go like add. Yeah, so you can see there is a color scale here. So brown means you only have one weapon basically per guy, and gold means you have 5 weapons. So that was the big thing in that fight, is that effectively my equipment was better quality. And yeah, it made the difference. Making sure your guys are actually equipped was huge. We had a lot of melee training as well. You know, that's going to change your morale, your stamina, formation, every bit of that. Up to like 100%, I guess. Maybe like every 10% adds an extra 100%? Not entirely clear. War crime time, right? Dragster, thank you for the follow. Better quality gear, and I think lizards in general have good stats for combat. Yeah, so... yeah, you can see like pigs have -10 offense, -10 defense, -25 morale. They're particularly really bad at combat. The Dondorians, I think, are okay. They're good at block and formation, but bad with a bow. So getting them on like spear walls would be really good. Garamithi are good with swords, but they have very bad morale. The idea is like you're meant to just use a lot of them and a lot of swords. Humans are just kind of okay. Amevans are bad at defense, but good at offense. They have extra force, twice as much as the humans get, and they get extra piercing damage, which... I guess the spear, right? I didn't realize that. Ah, okay, the Falcata as well. But the spears with amoebas is particularly good. I think the idea of their piercing damage is that they're meant to have teeth and claws. So they have like a natural attack. Tilapia is good with bow. You know, and you get a couple of these guys 100% trained with gold bows, gold rank bows, max bows. Like, let me tell you, this is a scary unit. This is worth 1,000 points of strength because they are so good with bows and they are like machine guns. The Arganesh, these were the guys that were near us, but we didn't have a chance to do. They're like the big queen bees. 240 force. So the Amevans have a base 20. And they do 0.25 piercing damage. These guys do the full piercing damage. 2 pierce armor. They absorb force. Yeah, so you don't even need to give these guys weapons. In fact, I don't even think you can. Oh, you actually absolutely cannot. That's pretty cool. So these giant bugs, you can give them armor and you can train them. But other than that, they don't take any other gear. The Cantors do use hammers and swords. They can use the 2-handed weapons, but that's it. Neat. Cantors are specifically good with the swords, yeah. Oh man, I really do want to do like a Garamithi and Arganesh playthrough. And just bug the whole world. Act like a bunch of Tyranids. Yeah, a stack of these guys is like 5,000 strength. So had we picked up the Arganesh in nearby, there was 145 of them. So let's say 140. We would have had a 4,000 strength army of just Arganesh soldiers. That would have been enough for every single army that we fought to have just run away instantly. Now, I don't know if as the game goes on, if the other settlements will start seeing you as a threat, like the other civilizations, and start banding together. I'm honestly genuinely not sure. you know, having a bunch of troops doesn't matter a lot when there's a ton of catapults coming, so. Arganesh are special, yeah. A lot of stamina on these guys, too. Cool. Alright. Outright. Well, I think, knowing that we can conquer all the nearby guys, knowing that we've sort of locked down Havenstead as our sort of fortress city outside the capital and owning all this territory, I think this is the perfect place for us to lead this campaign. Because I think the rest is just going to literally be siege steamrolling through everyone else while we build a mega city. Nobody else seems to really have an army. What is that? Oh, that's the emissary points. Can I figure out how to do this? This is something I've been wanting to do. I see emissary points here, but I don't know how to give them. I don't know if maybe this is just not developed yet. It can be a sign on the faction panel or on the region panel. Yeah, I really have no clue. Ah! Support. Low support increases the chance of rebellion when a region is controlled. Envoys. Yes. For other regions, emissaries can be sent to increase support. Oh. So I could, like, send a bunch of emissaries to these cities, for example, and then when I take them over, I probably wouldn't have such mass exodus rebellions. That's totally how that works. Can I put those in my own civilization? No, I don't think so. Abandon, give autonomy, and info. No, it seems like the only thing you can do there is raise taxes, so. Parrot, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome on in. Well, I think, yeah, let's, why don't we end this campaign here? Because it seems like it's just a snowball. I'm really, really happy with our city. How it's sort of grown. If we were to keep going, I think we would build a little mining outpost up here. We would continue to expand the industry. Probably another layer of housing up here. And then I think if we were to go anything in that, it's just like hab blocks, a lot of tech. I'd probably tech up around this industry area. And we would just keep kind of growing north, growing forever, slowly converting them to our cause. I think I would also probably ban everyone who's not amoeban from our civilization and just see how much that destroys our economy. But we're going to leave it for there. I got a lot of Christmas stuff to do right now. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to see more Songs of Syx, let me know in the comments. Until next time.